Hello my crafty friends, it's Krista here with Second Chance Creation. I'm doing this video outside, and no, this is not a crafting video. You're going to see what I've been up to, and the garden. The last few winters I sort of hibernated in the house because it was cold, but I've sort of had a bit of change of plans of my goals, which you're allowed to do. I'm still crafting, but not as much because the garden's going to be taking over quite a bit of my time, and I want to get all this done before the summer hits. So winter and spring are going to be very busy for me, but I just want to give you an update, just to show you around. It's pretty bare, so I'm going to turn this camera around. If I press this button, I think, yes, here we go. All right, so where's Sophie? She was sitting there. Where's Sophie? Where are you, Sophie? Oh, there she is, on the chair. On the chair. So our back deck looks pretty poor at the moment, because we have been doing renos. The ceiling's done. We can't do anything to the walls because the fog, it gets so wet, and it's not going to dry. So we're going to leave it all for when winter is over, and hubby is building the screens to enclose it so that in the summer afternoons we can sit out here without being bombarded by a million flies. So the garden looks scruffy along here because this is all going to get changed. We're going to take all the boards off. It's going to be corrugated iron. And this is my outdoor laundry, where I do my washing, of course, and I'll show you now of what I'm doing and what I've been planning to do. First of all, we're going to be away, so you won't see me very active on my channel, so my apologies for that, because I know there's a lot of my subbies, they're sort of always eager to see and hear from me when I put something up or give you some recycling ideas. But this is our little bubble. We've installed a diesel heater, so it'll be nice and cozy. We're heading up north for a bit, and haven't done anything to this garden. This is a Confederation rose that I've covered up, and I'm going to take all these rocks out. They've been here since we moved in. I put them in, and I'm going to plant mondu grass along here because it's very hardy, very drought resistant, so it doesn't mind the cold. This bed's going to get changed. It has been my veggie bed for the last 2 years, and I'm going to plant more Confederation roses here and maybe just the odd veggies in between for a bit of colour. But as you can see, I've got my celery, I've got onions and beetroot and leeks. I keep all the leek ends, and then I just plant them and I keep getting leeks, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, so my little orchard, I've had to do the composting on that and give it a feed. I've trimmed the trees so that the sun comes out in the middle. We haven't got as many oranges on there as what we did last year because the hailstorm that we got in February knocked off all the buds. But hey, how many oranges does one need? I've been giving away a lot of them, and I've been juicing a lot so that I'll have plenty of OJ during the summer. And of course, this here, sorry if I make you dizzy, it's my husband's domain. He's using the carport where the caravan is usually is inside. He used that at the moment for a bit of painting and stuff. So yeah, so let me show you what I've been up to. This is my compost area. So I've cleaned. Yes, I've just rearranged some of the edges with the big rocks because I wanted to make sure the wheelbarrow fits through here. And our neighbour has put up a fence now, so let's make it nice and private. Collecting all my leaves, and that's going to be turned into soil in 12 months. So I'll just show you. I'll just walk along here. I've sprayed for weeds. The horrendous winter weeds here is shocking. This is my little walkway. I call it the wattle lane. It's beautiful, gets lovely yellow flowers here, and of course here just geraniums and mondu grass. There they are, they're in pots, and I just pull them out and then divide them and use them wherever I want to. My veggies here I've got a little tunnel here, and this is for the lettuce, and I've got plenty of cos lettuce, and I'll just show you Picky Boo, and some normal lettuce just there, cos lettuce, and I've put in some Russian garlic. So and I've got some little onions in there as well. So I'll just, sorry, I'm just going to move you so you don't get dizzy. Okay, and then here I've got the wagons. I've had to pull the sides down because it was so windy. And I have rocket, spinach. Now this is silver beet, I think, and a bit of parsley left. But on the other side I have kale, and I do believe I might have left it too late, but you know, that's what it is. And on this side I have more lettuce, and I'm experimenting because I want to see how this goes, what this one is compared to the tunnel. So shallots, plenty of them, and this of course is my chives, and my cauliflower. So yeah, so I've had to cover that up with insects cloth because we have a lot of cabbage moss out here, white cabbage moss. So the walkway goes straight along on the fence and goes right around the big gum tree. This bed here, I've rested now because it had zucchinis and squash in, so nothing's going in here. But this is what I've been doing. I've been making no-dig gardens, so I'm ready for spring. And it's got a mixture of soils and compost and straw. So this one here, we're going to put a big frame up in the middle. That's why that string line is there. And it's going to be for tomatoes. And this one's going to be, this is wider. It's going to have potatoes. They're 10 metres long. Okay. And so, yeah, so I had to collect a lot of rocks and pinched a few rocks from my borders, and you know, and yeah, anyway, so the pathways will be covered with wood chips when we get back. So, and on the ground I've used plastics, sheeting, bubble wrap sheeting, just to keep the weeds off. And here is my garlic bed that I've created this year. I'll have 150 of them. I planted 150 cloves, yes, and because the year before I experimented and I ended up getting 20, and I thought, yes, I can do this. So this year I'm really happy. There's only about 5 or 6 that didn't come up, so that was pretty good. And I've just put a line in because while we're away I've got to give them a little bit of water, and that's, you know, half an hour a day around lunchtime. And this will be a big project, so when we come back, this is going to be a tunnel, and it's going to be a season tunnel. So in the summer it'll have shade, in the winter we'll put over the plastic, be like on rollers excuse me, so that we can continue growing veggies during the winter as well. It'll have a potting and propagation section. That's what that door's for, just to give me an idea how big my bench is going to be. But the door is going to be for the entry and for the back as well, so you've got a draft coming through. And of course my soil here, I was hoping to get rid of that before we left, but that's not going to happen. So yeah, so that's what we've been doing. And I'll show you the front of the house. I've made some little beds around the we've got a couple of very old grape myrtle trees in the front, just there, and I've made little beds around them. My roses are there. They've all been trimmed and mulched and whatever. A little centre bed is all bare now, but that's okay. So yeah, so the grape myrtles are beautiful, and they'll provide a bit of shade. They'll have pansies or petunias or something pretty like that. So yeah, so as you can see, it's definitely winter. So we're on half an acre, and we do have a bore, so water's not going to be a problem. And I've experimented with my veggies, so as long as I get a little bit of water, and I use sort of like low-lying sprinklers or drip lines, so that the actual water doesn't go onto the leaves, and you know, it's quite hard, but they love it. They love it. So this is, yeah, so this is me. And that's my washing. I'll just turn you. So I hope you enjoyed this little bit of, actually I'll sit over here. I've got my, just a moment, I'm sorry. My husband built me this bed around this tree. I asked him to. And I think I've got coriander. Oh yes, coriander. Look, he put a little pad on here so I can sit on it. Just like that. Oh. Okay. Yes, you'll hear some cattle trucks too, so, and all around. So yeah, so we're going to be away until I think about middle of August, and so my shop is closed and won't reopen until the 1st of September. I have done a little bit of crafting. I've made a really cool little grunge, well, not little, but a grunge journal, very grungy. But that's not going to go in the shop until I come back. I've got another couple of ideas. I have worked on the horse, but it's been really cold in my craft room, and you know, I'd rather use gas than electricity, but even the gas is going up now for heating. So, but I use gas for cooking, so that's okay. So yeah, so that's it, folks. That's what I wanted to share with you, and I'm okay. It's all good. You probably won't see much of me on the social media like Facebook or Instagram, but I might put on, you might get a video to show you where we are and maybe when we're traveling, just to give you a bit of insight if you're interested, because my channel is crafting. It's not like a life blog type thing. So yeah, so that's it, and I hope you're all well. So I apologise for not being so super active, but I just love my garden, and you know, and if fruit and veggies are going the way it is in today's world, and all the things that are happening, it can be a bit daunting, and I suppose I'm just getting myself organised and hopefully be able to help the community so they can buy some fresh fruit and veggie, and I'm going to make them very affordable, because you know, you've got to help them out. I've been giving a fair bit of stuff away as well. So yeah, so that's my plan, but we need to get away for a bit, and that's what it's all about for the time being. So look, thank you for your support. Thank you for sticking around, and yeah, you guys keep crafting. I'll probably be, you know, checking out your videos quietly, and because we're going to be limited with internet where we're going, so we're heading north inland. Once a couple of you might get a message, because I know there's a couple of ladies that live where we're going, so you just never know. All right, guys, thank you. Yeah, and next time you'll see me, it might be a bit warmer without the beanie, I hope. Bye for now.